Hello, team, and welcome to our new and returning Stylist to Your Welcome orientation. So my name is Michelle Zito. I am your company vice president. I am so thrilled to be here with Senior Division Jennifer Ewert and Division Leader Joy Widgeon for your welcome orientation. My job here is to help to train you and help support you so that you can have a thriving, amazing business here at Park Lane. And our leader team is here to support you every step of the way. So, as you are jumping on, comment live if you're watching this live, comment replay if you're watching it on replay, and if you're the new stylist, tag your recruiter or leader or both. And if you're the recruiter, tag your new stylist. That way, all the eyeballs that belong on this training will find their way here. So welcome. All right, so we're so thrilled that you are here. And we know that you all joined this business to make money. So we're going to get right to our first important topic, which is how do you get paid here at Park Lane? So one of the biggest things that you'll see anytime referring to the sales, you'll see net and non, or you'll see like N/N. So let's talk about what net and non actually means. So Jen, go ahead and share that.
All right, you got it. Well, I want to see paycheck in the comments if you are ready to make a paycheck here at Park Lane and get paid. So here at Park Lane, we have our net and our non. So what does that look like? I am sure that you have shopped our customer sale long before you even became a part of Team Shine On. So you're familiar with our 2 and 4 sale, right? You have your 2 low price items, your 4 half price items, then oftentimes we have bonus items. So let's talk about the sale. All right, you have your 2 low price items and your 4 half price items. Those are all considered net. Net means that's the money that you're going to see on your paycheck. Okay, so when you're getting paid, you're going to see the net on your paycheck. You also have the non. A non is our bonus item. So any of the pieces that are chosen for $30, then you're going to see that in the non section. And you won't see that on your paycheck, but there is a very important part that our non-commissionable items play a part in that we are going to talk about later, okay? So that's our sale. How about our host rewards? When you're going through your host rewards, where are you seeing your net and non on there? That is going to be your non will be the thank you item, right? Or the bonus item that your hosts get to choose. But your net is your half price item. So if your hostesses are taking advantage of the half price items, you're also going to get paid on those as well. Okay. Now let's talk about our style drops. How many of you love our style drops, right? We have so many amazing opportunities throughout any given month where maybe there are new impression bracelet colors. Maybe there is, like a random new collection that comes out that some of it is non and some of it is net, right? So our style drops, the actual piece, like let's say an impression bracelet, is non, a special color impression bracelet. But what is net is what you have to spend. Usually it's the $40 to then unlock your style drop. So your $40 is net and your style drop is non. That is such a gift that Park Lane gives us because you're able to, get your paycheck on that first initial purchase. And then you're getting other contest points that we're going to talk about through your non. Okay, so that's how a style drop breaks down. Now, my absolute favorite is our Sparkle Box. Okay, now Sparkle Box is kind of a unique net and non situation. But our Sparkle Boxes have the 2 options, right? Okay, So you have the first option, which is our standard box, and you're getting one piece of jewelry in your standard box for $24. Okay. Then you have your premium, and that's $39, only $15 more for your premium box with 2 coordinating pieces in it every single month. Okay. Now, when you see your sparkle boxes come through, you're going to see them in the net section on your back office. Okay. Now, you're not getting paid on the net. They are going towards your non. However, if you are working on a promotion, so if you're just joining us, if you are new to our team, most likely you're coming in as a fashion stylist. And our goal for you here on Team Shine On is to get you to your branch level promotion, your area promotion as quickly as possible. And when you're doing that, oftentimes we talk about net, because with promotions come net. And the sparkle boxes actually count towards net when you are working towards promotions. So sparkle boxes are valuable for that. Sparkle boxes are also so valuable because they really create this special club, this camaraderie among your customers as they are clamoring for their next pieces to come up, when they are getting them in the mail or they get their email from Park Lane saying that they're being shipped. They are so excited, and they're, wanting a preview. Do you know what it looks like yet? Have you seen it yet? Oh my goodness, I just got mine. And it's just such a fun club, an exclusive club. Who doesn't love to be a part of exclusive things? Your customers do. And so sharing about your sparkle boxes are such a special way to really bring your community close together, to be able to help you to also share about what they're getting, right? Encourage them to do an unboxing of their sparkle box. Encourage them to, post a picture of their sparkle box. That helps you to get that referral to bring new customers into. So don't overlook your sparkle box. If you are not yet a Sparkle Box subscriber, reach out to your leader to find out what the perfect time is for you to get your Sparkle Box subscription, because we want to make sure that you are also getting a subscription so that you have something to show and to share. So that is net and non, and how you're going to get paid here at Park Lane.
Love it. And it's just so smart, right? You guys, like how the desire for the special is what drives the net, because on a day where you guys put into the comments, like if you've ever bought one of those special impression bracelet colors, like we usually don't know when those are coming. So that's a day that like we wake up in the morning and all of a sudden our customers are going crazy to place an order. The net makes our paycheck, the net and non together gives us rich rewards and all those points. And all of a sudden, by the end of the day, we have a show to submit that when we opened our eyes that morning, we didn't even know was going to exist.
Right.
So just love it. Okay, so now that we know how we're going to get paid, let's talk about when we're going to get paid. So Joy, go ahead and let's talk about when we're getting paid.
Welcome, everyone. When are we getting paid? So do me a favor, in the comments, put paycheck, okay? Because this is going to be good. All right. So in the month of November, we have a 5-week month. Put a number 5, 5-week month, if you're with me. And we're going to explain that. November actually started in October. So in October, on the 27th of October, was the week 1. You see, I have it marked down in my calendar. Week 1 started of November. And that runs through, that actually runs through November 1st, which is the first Wednesday. Sorry, y'all. The first Wednesday in October. So in week 1, you have a show, okay? You have to make sure that you enter your orders by Wednesday, that is the end of the week. I know we're so used to Friday being the end of the week, but at Park Lane, our week ends on Wednesday. What that does is you have it submitted by Friday. You have it submitted on Wednesday. Park Lane does what they do, and then your paycheck is sent to your bank on Friday. And when you say sent to the bank, direct deposit. Yes, direct deposit. Who likes direct deposit? Me. And so the direct deposit is usually out on Friday and is usually received and distributed by your bank by Tuesday, which would be for week 1 the 7th. Okay. So what is week 2 of November? Week 2 is going to be the 2nd. So if week 1 ends on the 1st, week 2 begins on the 2nd. And then you just go down the line. Week 3, see, I have W3 here. I have my calendar marked. You may want to mark your calendar as well, so you know when the beginning of the week is and when the end of the week is. And again, put a 5 in the comments. We have a 5-week month in November, which is absolutely fantastic. So in by Wednesday, your check goes out by Friday, and it is in the bank on Tuesday. If you remember those rules, you will be good to go. And if you mark those on your actual calendar as a great reminder every week to have your order submitted by Wednesday. Michelle?
All right. So that's everybody's new memory. Thursday to Wednesday is each and every pay week. So that means that the last Wednesday you're marking in your calendar is November 29th, which means any business that you put in on the 30th will count towards December. Just like so many days of October were part of November because they were after the last Wednesday. So awesome. Okay, good. So let us know you caught that. Okay, so now we know how to get paid. We know when we're getting paid. So the other thing that we love about Park Lane is earning free jewelry. So go ahead and put that in the comments if you would like to earn some free jewelry. Our program for that is called Rich Rewards. And it is the program that allows us to add upwards of $1,100 of jewelry to our kits every single month. There are various levels. You can earn anywhere from $250 to $1,100, and that's the base model program. Never mind the extras that they tend to throw in every month, but we're going to take a look at the Rich Rewards program. Comment Rich Rewards if you want to learn about this. So what we're going to do, I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to head over to the Style Boss News. Now, the Style Boss News is what we find here in the field interface section of the website. And the Style Boss News is right at the top. So here is the Style Boss News. Jen?
All right. Style Boss News is such a great piece of information for you when you're feeling like, what is going on, right? When you need to just center yourself to realize what there is available. Look at this beautiful Majorca set that is going to be available for us for our convention recognition that is coming up. There is just so many ways that we are getting to earn free jewelry each and every month. We're giving away impression bracelets for new stylists, right? Like, that is amazing that we get to offer our newest stylists a brand new bracelet. Oh my gosh, delicious is right. Okay, we've got another new piece, right? When you register for convention, if you haven't done that yet, after this training, that's a great time to go ahead and register for that. more awards that we get to earn. Parkland is just constantly giving us ways to work our business and be rewarded for that, and all the different levels that you can do. It also will help you talk about, the different incentives that are coming up for hostesses for the month. It'll give you ways that you can work your business during the month and words to say. It'll give you different days of, right, things that are happening in November, like, National Coffee Month, whatever it is. Oh, look at how great this calendar is.
Yeah, I just noticed this myself.
Oh my gosh. Yes, let's take a moment. This is wonderful. If you are a printer person, go ahead and come and print out page number 14. If you are not, then this would be something that you would want to just copy over into your own personal calendars or on your electronic calendars, because this is where it's at, right? This is going to help you to forecast where you want to be. It is going to help you to achieve different goals. And what an awesome thing to have right in front of you to be able to constantly see that. Here on Team Shine On, you are going to hear us say, if you track it, you earn it. And having something like that in front of you helps you to be able to track things. So look how fun, so many different fun tiles. We're wrapping up our Dublin trip here in November. Some fun little tchotchke things that you can grab on the back office. But here we are. This is what we're talking about. This is where we want to spend the next few moments, is our Rich Rewards Club. Because as Michelle said, you can never have enough jewelry. And this allows us to be generous for our customers. How many of you have ever said to yourself, how does my stylist give away so much free jewelry, right? Before you started, did you ever think about that? This is one of the reasons that we can do that, is our Rich Rewards Club. We are able to get free jewelry every single month from here until forever, right? It's not just for our new stylists as like a fast start program and you're only getting it for the first, 2 months that you're working here. No, our Rich Rewards Club is for everyone always. And that is such a huge gift. So remember, we talked about net and non, and I said we were going to focus on non in a moment. Now the moment is here, because our Rich Rewards levels include both net and non. So all of your bonus items, all of your style drops, all of your sparkle boxes, all of those things are included to get you to earning each and every one of these levels. So level 1, and this one takes place in your first 2 weeks of any given month. So you're going to want to count down whatever month that we're in, count down from the first Thursday to count 2 Wednesdays, essentially. So if we're looking in November, the end of week 1 is November 8th. The end of week 2 is November 1st and November 8th. If we go backwards to October, it would have been the 4th and the 11th, right? So your first 2 Wednesdays is what you're going to count every single month. When you submit $1,000 in net and non-sales, you get to have a shopping spree of $250 of any pieces of your choice. Okay, so that is level 1. Now level 2, you're going to add one more Wednesday on to that. So the first 3 weeks of any given month, when you submit $2,500 net and non, then you are going to get whatever the designer item is for that month. So these are pieces that are not yet released. You are going to have them in your mailbox so that when they are released, you're going to be able to show them first to your customers. That is such a huge gift. And look how magnificent this Audrey bracelet is that we are working on for the month of November. This is just over the top stunning, and it's going to go so well with so many of our existing pieces. So make sure that you're tracking this, okay? So the first 3 weeks of any given month will be Rich Rewards level 2, okay? And then level 3, you get the whole month for level 3. So even if your first 2 levels are bound by the calendar, but your level 3, you have the entire month to earn it. So if you earned level, 1, but you didn't quite hit level 2, you can still hit level 3 by doing 4,000 in the entire month. But we really want to encourage you to pace yourself, right? Put those trackers down on a piece of paper and say, okay, my first 2 weeks, my goal is RRC1. This is where your sparkle boxes are such a gift, because if you can goal yourself to have $1,000 in just sparkle boxes, when you open your eyes on the first of a month and your sparkle boxes have run, you have your rich rewards level 1 and you're moving right along to get to rich rewards level 2. Okay. So maybe long term, maybe your goal is to reach level 2 by the first 2 weeks, right? Whatever your goal is, make sure you're letting your leader know that too. Hey, I want a goal for rich rewards level 2 this month. I want a goal for rich rewards level 3 this month. Whatever it is, we want to come alongside you and encourage you and help you to track that, because these levels are great, because not only are you getting free jewelry, but that means that you're growing your business as well. And that's what we really want to come alongside you and encourage you on. So Joy's going to do the next couple of levels for you because they are super awesome also.
But wait, there's more. And these 2 levels I really, really love, because like RRC with Park Lane, everything is cumulative. So with RRC level 4, when you sponsor 2 personal recruits who start within the commission dates, remember, November actually started in October and it ends on the 29th. See, I peeked at my calendar. And it ends on the 29th. 5 weeks to sponsor 2 personal recruits. And once they qualify within that calendar month, Park Lane will reward you with an additional $300 in jewelry. This is where what Jen said is very imperative, because this is where your leaders can really help you out, especially if you're new. And this is the new and returning stylist training. So most of you are going to be new or, returning, but we want to help you grow. So in helping you grow, we invite you to bring a friend along with you and have them bring a friend along with them. And we'll help you every step of the way. Level 5 is when you sponsor 4 personal recruits within the commission dates of a calendar month. You will be rewarded with another $300 in free jewelry. Now, all this adds up to about $1,100 in free jewelry within the commission dates of a calendar month, which goes back to, again, what Jen said about RRC1. When you see, your leader giving away jewelry all month long, and you're like, how do they do that? Well, we have the opportunity each and every month from level 1 all the way to level 5 to earn free jewelry, including RRC2, which is that beautiful, beautiful piece that, oh goodness, it's just gorgeous that we get in advance. That's the other thing. We get it in advance before it is released to everyone else.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So with that, it is, it's not just jewelry that you earn as you build a team. So I would imagine that a whole bunch of you would like to get a raise here at Park Lane. Would you like to be earning 5% more of your own personal sales? you can be earning with let's say you did a $600 show today. You're going to be getting a $180 paycheck. That's fantastic. But a $220 paycheck is better, correct? Now, what we love about this is that it only takes one person joining your team in order to have you receive this raise. So it's a really simple 2-step. Step one, you have a month in which you sold $1,000. Now, that's why your leader is going to work so closely with you for your launch party to just be 1,000. Now, sometimes it takes a second show. That's totally okay. But for you to have a month in which you sold 1,000 is step one. Step two is your recruit joins on, sells 1,000 in their first 5 weeks, which is what we call like qualified. And then you get a raise. You go from 30% commission to 35% commission. Now, again, that's the difference between $180 at your show tonight to $220. And not just one time, every time. And not just as long as that stylist sticks around on your team forever. You get that raise and that new title of branch leader forever. The only way that can change is to go higher, never lower. There is no such thing as demoting or losing your title or anything. Now, I'm guessing that some of you came here having tried a different direct sales business. And you may no longer be with that direct sales business because you were tired of that terrible feeling, demoting, going backwards, being told you weren't working hard enough because of someone else's life circumstances. That does not happen here at Park Lane. Now, we know, though, that you're brand new and may find it a little like, how am I sharing the business? I just got here, Michelle. What am I doing? We have what we call the free jewelry call. Joy, I know you, of course, we all take advantage of it. But Joy, tell everyone about the free jewelry call.
Every Monday. So you're going to write this down on your calendar. As a matter of fact, put Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central,
right.
7 p.m. Eastern in the comments, or 4 p.m. Pacific. Sorry, Jen.
That's all right. That's okay.
We are coast to coast here.
That's right.
So put Monday and your time zone in the comments.
Love that.
That way we know that you know when the free jewels call takes place. This is one of our greatest opportunities to have our executive company vice president, Mary Grace Lewandowski, of which we are all part of the Grace and Grit organization, come before us every Monday. Now that's a gift in itself, but come before us every Monday on a Zoom. So it's in person as much as we can be and talk to us for about 25 minutes with a small Q&A. So you can ask her anything you want about the business and get expert answers and opinions and just advice from somebody who has been here, who has worked up through the ranks, and who is an amazing leader. So I'll just give you a fun fact. I've had many attend the free jewels call, and many have joined my team, and many have promoted since joining my team and attending the free jewels call. And you know how they did it? They invited their friends to attend the free jewels call to hear more about Park Lane. So this is open to everyone. Use our tools and resources that are available to us because it is dear. That is something that is very near and dear to my heart, Michelle.
Yeah, and you do such a great job with it. Jen, Isabella has those real brief words too. What is it that she sent all those people when she was brand new? Maybe still does, but I think when you're brand new, those effective words, I'm trying to get a friend on. What was it that she would say?
She says, hey, I try to get a few friends to come on our free jewelry call every week. Are you available?
Right. Would you like to come on and win some free jewelry?
Yes.
That's why
It's
it's called that.
right.
Somebody who comes on is going to win a piece of free jewelry. And it's like not impression earrings. It's a high-end piece
Yeah.
every single week. So, all right, everyone. So that was a lot of like background info. Now we're going to move forward with actually getting your business started. So what we want to do now is help you to build your group, do your launch party, and book more parties so that you can make this money and so that you can earn these rich rewards. Okay, so as you're inviting to your VIP group, as you're inviting to your launch party, or maybe your follow-up parties, whatever you're still working on, I hope you remember to invite Frank. And if you're like, who's Frank? I don't know Frank. Jen's going to tell us all about who's Frank.
Awesome. Yay. Okay. Well, for this part, and hopefully you already had a pen and a paper. Again, you're already taking some notes. But if you haven't, this is a point that you definitely are going to want a pen and a paper handy. All right. Now, if you are, if you need to come back to this, then on the replay, come back to this section and get a pen and a paper. Maybe you want to do this more than one time, right? This is something that you are going to do pretty often, and it'll just help you to continue to grow your business, okay? So long ways on the paper, you're going to write the word Frank, and what we're going to do here is a quick exercise of jotting down some people that maybe you are going to reach out for a booking. Maybe you want to invite them into your VIP group. Maybe you want to invite them to the free jewels call. These are people that are just going to help your brain just to think of people, okay? So don't worry about who comes to your mind. Just write them down and you can sort them out later, okay? So we're going to start with the word F, and you're going to start and you're going to write down 3 to 5 people. Just quick write down 3 to 5 friends, F for friends, that you can think of, okay? So quick write down 3 to 5 friends. All right. These could be friends from the past. These could be current friends. These could be friends that you regularly hang out with, once a month hang out with, once a week maybe you see them. Who are your friends? Okay. The next one, letter R, are relatives. Who are your relatives? Maybe they are cousins. Maybe they are aunts. Maybe some great aunts in there. Maybe sister-in-laws, sisters, mom. Who can you think of that are relatives that you can write down 3 to 5 of them? All right, the next one is the letter A. These are acquaintances. Who are acquaintances? Now, these ones you might not know their last name, right? Maybe it's a server at a restaurant that you often go to. Maybe it is someone at your child's after school activities, or maybe it is someone in the school drop-off line if you're a mom. Maybe it's someone a teller at a bank. Maybe you're going to the bank often and you're always seeing the same teller, right? Who are those acquaintances that you're like, oh my gosh, that person is always so stylish. They are dressed really well. They always have jewelry on. I need to make that connection, right? Who are those acquaintances? Maybe you don't even know their name. So you're going to write, teller at the bank, and you're going to know who that is. All right. Your next one is N for neighbors. I really love this one because I feel like that sometimes we don't know our neighbors as well as we should. And this is such a great excuse to just create community in those around you and get to know your neighbors. So who are your neighbors? Maybe they are your literal next door neighbor. Maybe it's, the one back in the cul-de-sac around the corner that you always see when you're taking the dog for a walk, right? Maybe it's a past neighbor that you've kept in contact with from a previous place that you lived. So who are some neighbors that you could jot down? Again, you might not know their name, but you know that they live in the greenhouse 2 streets over, right? Write that down. Okay, the next one is the letter K, and that is for kids. Who are people that you know through your kids, or it could be someone else's kids, or your niece or your nephew, right? Your grandkids. Who do you know because of that? Again, maybe it's a drop off situation and you know the other people that you see through there. Maybe it is through a church or Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, right? Some extracurricular activities at the ball field. What are some places that you frequent that you know people that you could jot down? All right, the next one is S. And this could actually stand for two, so you might want to, go either way. You could do social media, right? Who do you know on social media? Maybe there are some other people in the industry that you know and you might want to write down. Maybe there are people that are in the same. Maybe you're in a group for a specific type of a dog, or maybe you are in a group for a specific sports team that you like, or a specific show that you watch on TV, right? Maybe you belong to a group where you have started some kind of relationship, chatting with people in the comments or something, and you often see their names. That could be someone that you could reach out to. Or it could be through a connection with a significant other, okay? So who do you know that you could reach out to as a connection with him or her that would help you to connect? So maybe someone that they work with, or maybe that's a friend of theirs, something like that. You can get the picture. So that is Frank. And those are people that you are then going to be able to contact them for all of these variety of reasons. And your leader can kind of help sort these through with you also. The other thing that I like to do after you go through once, go back through again and do a circle back where you're like, okay, who are my friends of friends, right? Do you always go to the same place for, a holiday and that person always invites this friend? Could you do some friends of friends, neighbors of neighbors, right? Do you do some, trick-or-treating at the same place and, you are, you're like, oh yeah, that person was at that, at that event and I know that person. I could reach out to them, right? So think of some circle backs and circle arounds where you can think of some more people too. So Michelle, that is Frank. And we want to make sure that Frank is present.
Frank is present. Love it. All right. Now, Joy, I'm going to pull up the guide so that we can show them some of those specific words. Do you want to tell them any of those general golden rules that we like to share when it comes to especially sending out messages on Facebook or text?
So yes, the top tips are this, okay? 1, we are going to personally invite. Jen, you said it over and over again. Personally invite them, personally talk to them face to face, on the phone, personal. We want to remember to be personal. What this means is, and I know you've seen it, I've seen it, we've all seen it. No, hey girl, hey. No,
Right.
that is not personal. No, hey girls in the group chat. No group chats. No, hey girls in the group text. Do not do that. That is the fastest way for me to delete the whole thing out of my phone. All you need is ding, 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 ding all day from people responding or, in the affirmative or not.
Yeah.
And
right.
speaking of responding in the affirmative or not, this is one of the main reasons why we personally reach out, because we know and studies have shown that when you invite a group to an event, to a party, to your home, to anything, what happens is groupthink kicks in when the first person says, no, I have a dentist appointment. Okay. Now somebody's got a doggy appointment. Now somebody's got a cat appointment. Now somebody's got their mammogram. Like now people are exodusing from your event and your party. And the first thought that comes to your mind is, oh, that's a bad date. Nobody can make it. No, it's just that you left the door open to them to say no, and they walk through the door. So what we want to do is we want to close the door by personally reaching out to someone. Because see, here's the thing. When you say, hey, you want to come to my house from 3 to 6 on Tuesday, okay, after school, they're thinking, well, Tuesday morning, I have a doctor's appointment. They're not thinking that I have a doctor's appointment during 3 to 6. So, but when you have a personal conversation with someone and they say, oh, I have a doctor's appointment that morning, you can wrap around and say, oh, but that's great. You have enough time to finish with your doctor's appointment and swing by and make it to have so much fun with me and my girls. And that wraparound is important. You can only do that personally. You can't do the wraparound in a group. You lose the opportunity.
Right.
So in the guides, there are some words to say. So for example, to invite individuals, you are going to use those methods of text messaging, of phone calls, of messenger. And we're going to be careful that they are crafted in a way that it is personal, but we do have verbiage that you can hone from and kind of update it to make it your own words. And this is a resource that Team Shine On has worked diligently and really hard on over the years. And Michelle kind of compiled all in this section of the guides with the help of the rest of the team. And listen, they work. That's probably the key takeaway I want you to know is that they work. So I want everybody to put in the comments, guide 1. Guide 1. Because this is where you are going to find those words to help you invite people. This is where you don't need to reinvent the wheel. We're not asking you to. But we are asking you to be authentic. We are asking you to update the words, not copy and paste them, because they're not going to sound like you. We all know what that looks like and what that sounds like. When you get that blanket message with the lady throwing up in your messages, in your DMs, all over, it's like a run-on sentence. Like, what are you saying? What are we doing? No, I don't want your stuff. So we want to be personal. We want to create desire, and we also want to create FOMO.
Amazing. So yeah, this guide 1 is what you're really going to find the most helpful, because I know you all know how to binge watch, right? You've binge watched something on Netflix, Hulu, whatever. You're going to put that aside for a while, and you're going to binge watch your guides. And each time you watch something in the guides, follow up with your leader, because that's going to really help them help you. So going over to here, we have our success plan. So this is going to be a part where you can really make a great appointment with your leader to go over each of these steps to take. And you'll see that they coordinate with the guides. So, order your kit jewelry from the link that came in your email. Did you see that back in guide 1, one of the very first things was a video advising you of what to pick? And that video goes hand in hand with the script we recommend you use at a party, so that the jewelry mentioned in the script is the same as what's in the video. And then you can put this check mark here for, yes, I ordered my kit jewelry. So you're really going to see that doing this appointment with your leader is going to be extremely helpful to making sure that all the steps that will help you get started, including your Frank's list that you can continue working on all the time, including some extra words to say if you forget where they are in the guides and you just want to use the ones here. All of that is going to be extremely helpful to you. Now, when it comes to getting the shows actually on the calendar, I feel like Jen and I have used the same words, but you'll see that as you are here. One of the trainers we love to work with is Belinda Ellsworth. She's been in direct sales for like well over 30 years. And I've been working with her since like 2003. And her word choices for booking shows have been a slam dunk since the beginning of time. So Jen, in case they want to jot those down, go ahead and tell them.
Yeah. Well, you know how when you go to the dentist, right, and they're booking you for your 6-month appointment, 6 months out, usually they say same day of the week, same time work for you, right? Like that's the first thing out of their mouth. And then if you say, actually, no, that doesn't work for me, then they'll say something like, okay, does a Friday at 2 or a Monday at 1 work for you, right? That's what you hear. You're familiar with that. Guess what? That's what works here in our industry also. You're going to give people 2 choices, always 2 choices. Does a Sunday night or a Thursday night work best for you? Now, fun fact, those times that you're picking, those are the times that work for you. When someone says, what's the best day to have a party? The best day is to have a party is the best day that I'm available. So Sunday and Thursday is what I'm available. So that's what I offer. That's what I tell people are the best days to have parties. So I allow them to pick Sunday night or Thursday night, right? And then they say, Thursday sounds good. Okay, great. I have a 6 o'clock or an 8 o'clock available. What works better for you and your friends? That's the time that if it's online, I'm going to do, the live presentation. Or if I'm doing it in person, then how about, does a brunch and bling on Saturday work? Or do you want to do like an afternoon, sip and style on a Sunday, right? Give them 2 choices that they want to book. And then they're going to say yes or no. And if they, you need to adjust from there, you can do that. But 2 choices always, slam dunk, gonna work for you. And you're going to find so much success to getting a date on your calendar, because maybe people are going to say, maybe after Christmas. That could happen. I think you could probably work them in before. But if they say that, then you say, okay, no problem. Does January 8th work for you? Or is January 15th better? Get their name and date on the calendar, no matter how far out it is, because once it's in your calendar dated, it is a show, it is happening. Don't say, okay, I'll follow up with you when it gets closer. Don't do that. Get their name and date, because guess what? When January comes, you've forgotten that in November you told them that you were going to get back to them. It's inevitable. It happens. Name and date in the calendar. Do it.
Absolutely. Love that. It just works. It just does. One of the biggest reasons people say no is because they're overwhelmed. And looking at a whole entire month is overwhelming. Looking at the 7th versus the 14th is manageable. And that's really, the big difference. So, as you're really getting your business started here, I just want to really remind everyone that success in this business, success is the achievement of goals that you set. Now, we can go over every single program, everything that we have. But if you don't know what it is you're going for, it's harder to be successful because you don't even know what success means to you. So here's what I mean by that. Do you have, for example, an income goal? That really has to be the first one, because once you have an income goal, you can say to your leader, okay, so I joined this because my son really wants to go to baseball camp this summer, and it costs $500 for each of, June, July, and August. So I need $500 for those things 5 times, like 3 times. Or I bought all this living room furniture and then my husband lost his overtime and this payment is $400 a month. It's $600 a month. We put a pool in and we're having trouble making the payments. Or we have a credit card that if we could put $600 a month extra onto it, we could actually pay it down instead of the minimum payment every month. Whatever it is for you, because then you and your leader can discuss how many shows would realistically yield you that amount of money. And unknowingly, when I started in direct sales 23 years ago, that's your cue to be like, what? She looks so young for that. How could that be? Okay, so I'll give you another opportunity to make the right comment after I do this again. No, seriously. So 23 years ago, I started this. And the whole reason I started was because at the time, I was a teacher on maternity leave. And it was the beginning of the summer. And I wanted to continue to be a teacher on maternity leave when school started in September. And my husband and I had talked about being a stay-at-home mom. However, at the time, he was the one that was self-employed and I was the one providing the insurance. So in order to continue on the insurance, we needed $600 a month. So the girl who had done my party, which was not Park Lane at the time, but the girl who did my party told me that she made $200 doing my party. So we were like, okay, I guess I'll do 3 parties and I'll have $600. So that's what I did. I bought a kit. And in June of 2000, I did 3 parties and I made $604.62. And my husband and I were like, oh, so like, that's just what it is then. Okay. So I wonder then, does that mean if I was to do 2 more parties, I would be able to make $1,000? So that's what I did for the next month. And we were like, oh my gosh, that worked too. Then the month after that, somebody wanted to join. And we learned, oh, wait, you also make more when people join. Okay, I'm getting it. So thank goodness that I was able to accidentally earn these lessons quickly because I actually was already pregnant again and therefore would have been unable to return to school for any length of time. So I ended up doing that for the next 14 years and then ended up coming here to Park Lane at that point, which is 9 years ago. But what my point is, definitely is that when I made that $600, I was able to celebrate that. I was able to be excited about that. And I was able to feel success in my new business. And when I went to like my team training or when I heard the recognition, I didn't say to myself, oh, I thought I was doing well, but 15 people on the team sold more than me, because it didn't matter what 15 other people did. I wanted to continue to stay home with an infant. If I made $600, I got to do it for another month. And every time I did it, I extended my maternity leave. So it didn't matter that somebody else was selling 10,000. And did I change my goals eventually? Of course. Do I make exponentially more than $600 a month 23 years later? Of course, I sure do. But I never had to compare my goals to somebody else's goal because I was having success with the ones I set from the beginning. So instead of accidentally learning this lesson or being a part of a team that never teaches you that lesson, what I want you to do now is to decide, what will make me a success? What does my family, what does my household, what does my checkbook need to see in order for me to consider this business a success? Tell that number to your leader, because I don't want you to write extra money. That's not a number. How much extra money? What is the money going to purchase? Because when you have all of those answers, that means that the head part of your body that's saying, I need $600 to pay the Cobra, but the heart part saying, I need to pay that Cobra so I can continue to be a stay-at-home mom. I had the head and the heart connected before I even knew what that was. I'm telling you what it is. So that's why we're going to be able to help you be successful right from the start, when you can identify what in my head matches what in my heart. so that when somebody else does more than you, it doesn't matter because their goal is different than your goal. So that's really what's going to set you off on the path to success right from the beginning. So do that. That's part of that success plan where you, with the check marks in the boxes, that's where that's discovered. So please have that appointment with your recruiter and or leader. If your leader isn't the same person as your recruiter, you might be doing that on like a 3-way call or something like that. But that's where we help you with that. So thank you so much for taking this hour to focus on your business, to get started, because we really want to help support you every step of the way. So again, whether you watched live or replay, go ahead and comment that. Get that appointment on the books with your leader. And we look forward to seeing you Tuesdays on our Lunch and Learns in the afternoons, on Thursdays for the recognition, the recap, and the what's coming up for the week, and all the other great things that we do here at Team Shine On. So thanks, Jen and Joy, for helping support all of our new stylists, and we'll see you all real soon. Bye.